What is going on, YouTube? I am Germ here, as you guys can see up on the screen. Today I want to talk a little bit about Mullen Automotive Incorporated. This is ticker symbol MULN for those of you who are maybe not as familiar with this company or with the stock. And today was a pretty disastrous day for Mullen. Obviously, 2022 has not been the best year in general. We can look year to date and see that the stock is down 85, almost 86% year to date. But a lot of people did get involved with the stock late February, early March. So, most people I would assume are not down that much, but still a very, very significant amount, of course. And yeah, today things got even worse, down 8.63%. I mean, for a while we were hovering around $1, and now all of a sudden 84 cents, significantly below $1. We take a look at the rest of the market today. Market was pretty flat. Dow Jones down about 0.25%, S&P down less than that. NASDAQ actually in the green, and the Russell down, but only a little bit. So the fact that Mullen was down is not just the whole stock market being down or anything like that. This is Mullen specific stuff, and we're going to get into that because today was supposed to be a good, exciting day for Mullen. David Michery, their CEO, was going to be going on Benzinga for a little interview. He was kind of hyping it up beforehand. I know we covered quotes of him saying, hey, we have like some big stuff coming, or, be looking out for this one. We're going to be talking about some interesting, exciting stuff. It sounded like some news, maybe an announcement. Something was coming soon. But either way, it was going to be the CEO speaking publicly, hopefully about some stuff that people cared about, and hopefully having something good to talk about. But you can see stock didn't do so well, so people must not have loved what they had heard, or maybe something else happened. So we did have the link to today's interview. This is on the Benzinga YouTube channel, Stock Market Movers, David Michery, CEO, Mullen Technologies. There you have it. And yeah, overall didn't go so well. I haven't listened to the whole thing yet, but I have just seen kind of some transcriptions, some reviews of it and stuff. And from what most people are saying on Reddit, it doesn't really seem like it's worth the time to watch. I do want to see how long it is. Okay, so it's an hour long. Some people are saying, hey, I wish it was longer. A lot of people saying, hey, I wish it was shorter, and it should have been shorter. And I think the stock market seems to be more on that side. A lot of people coming in, and this was honestly a thought I had as well. People were saying, hey, this is probably just going to be a recap of the NASDAQ meeting. That's kind of what I was expecting. But then, as the comment says here, hey, it was worse. He didn't even do that. And then, this guy says, the problem is everyone expects some amazing news every single time and then gets disappointed. Just let the guy do his job. And somebody follows up and says, hey, his job was to tell us about the Fortune 500 deal, then completely ignores it. Oh, but an NDA and a new contract. And I would also say, like I said, Michery came into this saying and trying to hype up this interview a little bit and stuff too. So, if you didn't have anything big to say, one, I probably wouldn't go on and do an interview. I wouldn't be doing PR. I wouldn't be doing media or anything like that. And if I was going to do PR, media, whatever, I wouldn't be hyping it up beforehand like some announcement or news or exciting update is coming when you're pretty much just going to have overall not much to say. I mean, if you don't have anything to say, it's fine. Every company goes through weeks or months or whatever of not having any huge updates, not having any massive announcements. You can't always have some huge, catalytic announcement to make or some big like mic drop news to announce or something like that. But obviously, when people were expecting and people were told to expect the Fortune 500 deal announcement by the end of June, and it's now August, and they still haven't heard anything, you going to do public media and then not talking about that is pretty ballsy, pretty strange, pretty weird, and overall, I would say pretty concerning. And obviously, the market is concerned. A lot of people are concerned. A lot of people are starting to lose trust. Many people already did not trust this company or did not trust this stock in the first place, and they're kind of being vindicated by all this. But this is just causing more and more people to become untrustworthy of this company and of Michery in general. Some people are saying, hey, what did he say? Because you can see the stock just fell off a cliff. So what's going on? Some people saying, hey, same shit he said last time. Yikes. Literally bullshit. LOL. People sell off for nothing. Patience is a key. So some people saying, hey, it was nothing. Here is kind of a summary of kind of what was said, at least from one person's account. An NDA on the Fortune 500. So lies by end of quarter. No idea on the Fortune 500 release. Super cool design. Very excited about the designer. Computer station mentioned twice. Woohoo. And this guy says overall he was just avoiding any commitment and using fluff to fill this interview so far. We've announced prior to this. We did this earlier. He literally sounded defensive at one point. And then this comment sums it up pretty well. Nobody is buying his bullshit anymore. He needs a PR spokesperson. He's fucking awful whenever he speaks, which is kind of funny. We had some people on Twitter weighing in. Obviously, when that initial sell-off happened, this guy said, hey, Mullen, they're just going to try and make it look like people are selling the news before the interview. We've all been here before. Just hold and buckle up, baby. Now, obviously, just in the short term, that guy's advice did not pay off because obviously, yes, the stock went down. It rebounded a little bit, but then it just kind of sold off and sold off and sold off. Yeah, I don't know. Holding was probably not the move there. More people chiming in saying, hey, this guy should not be allowed in public. Not meaning he shouldn't be allowed to show his face in public, meaning that he shouldn't do public interviews, that he shouldn't do public media, especially when they don't have anything to talk about. Every single time he comes out, the stock sinks. Not one single thing with substance, nothing about dilution timing, not a word. I thought we were dropping from 99 cents. Hang tight, boys, 73 cents is on the way. And yeah, that's what's interesting. You know, there's two real hot button issues right now about Mullen. There is one, the Fortune 500 deal. Why did you tell us it was coming out at the end of June? Why is it still not come out? When is it going to come out? Who is the company? What's the order size? How much money? How many vehicles? All the specifics of the deal that we were promised. And then the second big thing is dilution. Is dilution coming? How much? When? And all of those things. And again, those are the two biggest pressing issues, short-term and long-term, on Mullen that are going to keep coming up, that are going to keep affecting them. And if neither of those were addressed in this interview, then everyone would largely see it as a failure. And I think that is what's happening, and that is largely why Mullen is down so far today. This person said, I hope he drops PR 1 of 100 tonight and keeps them coming from there. I don't know, just kind of a funny tweet. You can just see a lot of the subreddit's sentiment going on. So much for a PR team. At least he only said sexiest one time as far as I heard. Pretty funny. You know, some people saying, hey, he's not a PR person. No PR people were there. No amount of anything Mullen related to satisfactory for you anyway, which is typical of shorts. So, you know, I don't know. The subreddit today just turns into this big kind of shit flinging fest of somebody being like, wow, that interview sucked. David Michery sucks. He needs PR. This interview sucked. Whatever. And then somebody else just being like, oh, you're just a short. You're an idiot. Like, shut up. This is bulls only over here. You know, it's like just going back and forth between the perma bulls and the perma bears. The people caught in the middle are just largely drowned out by the two sides kind of going back and forth. But again, at the end of the day, where the public's perception is and where money's perception is going to be obviously portrayed in the stock market, which the stock market did not like this. The public did not like this. If more people love this interview, or if more people, left this feeling fulfilled, or like they got good news or whatever, the stock price would be going up, or it would be holding steady or whatever, especially when the stock's already been beaten down this badly. Like I said, last 6 months, we're down 62%. Year to date, we're down 85%. It doesn't take much good news to get this thing turning around in the other direction. And at this point, close to all-time lows, close to 52-week lows, it does take an exceptional amount of bad news or distrust or uncertainty or whatever to push it down further. You know, it's much easier to pump it up than to bring it down at this point. So I think it really does show where everyone's kind of at. There are transcribed versions of the Benzinga interview with David Michery if you guys want to check that out. We're going to announce things very soon that are going to be very cutting edge, meaning nobody is doing these types of things with certainty. But I feel 90% that we're going to announce something generational. We're excited, and for us, this is something that's in that space at the independent level that we're all in, and everyone other than the name of Tesla, sure, this is going to be special. So again, some more big announcements, some more flashy language, some more hype, some more excitement, but that has been kind of the whole story for Mullen throughout 2022. A lot of promises, a lot of flash, a lot of hype. Overall, not a whole lot of substance. They have gained some ground. You know, they're building out facilities. Allegedly, they're maybe close to signing a Fortune 500 deal with a Fortune 500 company, a deal to get some vehicles. They've had some deals and stuff like that. But again, a lot of big promises. If they fulfill all these promises, or even most of them, or even some of them, the stock is going to absolutely crush it over the next couple of years, I would assume, and I think most people would. But there is still, at this time, Mullen has a lot of work to do in terms of gaining back the trust, gaining back the stability with the average investor, or with the investors that are on the fence, and even some of their loyal investor base at this point. So it's going to be an interesting story to follow. We'll have to see how it goes. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about Muln. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. I'll hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.